An interesting split for the bathroom. A really large potty room and a mirror in case you need to, you know.
The seat down. That's great.
The seat. Anyway, the potties are a little different than the U.S. They put a lot of water through those, and more so than, you know, we're more of a water conserving, but these guys apparently have plenty. So then the shower and sink are on this side. You can see right over here, the shower head's right here. It's got some really cool disco lights up here in the shower head, so you want to, you know, do your grooving while you're...
You have to slow down because your camera lady's trying to catch all this. You're just telling them and going by it, and I kind of want to
I'll step in here. Nice big tile shower, windows right here. You can look out at the ocean while you're scrubbing your dub, whatever. And you know, again, the glass blocks.
And that's all open.
Pretty dating to the era of architecture that we have in here. And I would say this was all after effect. They didn't have this originally built in, and they added this shower and
turn the water on so they can
the shower head's attacking me.
Don't spray me.
Groovy. Get some music going in here and you can really jam. If you don't drop it on your head when you're picking up the soap. There we go. You can stay.
I know, you can lay it down below.
Anyway, I'm getting out of the shower. So really small, tight space in the sort of the lobby here, where the stone bowl sink and the kind of a cool little set of shutters on the mirror over the vanity. But it's tight in here. It's almost like you gotta go outside and turn around and come back in. But it's functional. It gets the job done, and it's they've put a false roof in here. There's just some plywood on the other side where the potty room is, and a light hanging in there that's kind of fallen out of its socket, but it works, and it's bright. And very, very narrow doorway, which doesn't have a door, right off the kitchen, which is really funny because you can be like, hey, could you get me some coffee and make me some eggs? I'll be right out. And then you got to kind of do this to get out at the funky bead thing. So we're going to take a look at a really funny little addition. We'll walk outside again. Okay, I want to show you a couple of unique features to this particular property that I think are really worth considering when you're thinking about building or adding on to your home, and makes it very economical to get the job done, and also add space without spending a lot of time and money. So let's take a look around the corner here. So this property actually is basically considered a 2-bedroom because there's a little extra room out here that's just a freestanding bedroom space for, and our friends are staying in there with us, so we're not going to look inside, but just wanted to show you it's been added to the property since this was built. You can see the different construction design here. It's got, I think, a hardy board siding on it, and then so the little breezeway in between the two buildings, it's all covered so you can walk back and forth in here. And then we're right up against the adjacent property next door. There's a fence with a privacy screen, and they've got that's a little air conditioner unit. It's the exterior part of the one you saw in the room earlier. But here's another way, and you can see the door here. I don't know whether I should go in there. Maybe I'll go in there for size, and then I'll get out of the way. So you probably need to back in, at least I probably do, or I can turn sideways here, but there's a potty. And it's under the eaves of the building. This is like the back of the shower and bath on the other side of the wall. It's just an outside potty, and it works because it's the temperature here allows for it. It's just sitting on a wooden slat floor, and it's plumbed in. I'm not sure exactly how because I can't see the access, but you can have your outdoor potty, and let me tell you, it's a little snug. Do I need to get out of the way to get a shot, or can they see okay in there? There it is, the boom boom room. and it's just a little add-on on the back side of the house. So now the people that have the second bedroom can come over here without having to walk through our room in the middle of the night to get to the potty in the house. During the day we are open and everybody uses it. So pretty interesting. Got a stucco wall here and then a wooden, just sort of a partition, if you will. It's just some privacy screen, and then they threw a moo-moo. What do they call these things?
So sarong.
Sarong, moo-moo, whatever. They wear these here all over the place, and so they just put it up as a nice decorative cover to cover this. And I think this is actually hardy siding, hardy plank siding, cement board that they just put on, and it'll last around here forever because it's the way things work. But anyway, pretty cool. Again, limited amounts of power. This is also a 220 watt power system, which ours is 110 back home, so we have to have adapters to use their power because it's a little bit hotter. And
let's go show them the beach.
Yeah, let's check out the beach. Okay, so we're outside in the yard here, and just wanted you to kind of see, it's just such a beautiful place. Look at the foliage here, stuff that we can't grow at home by any means. It's all tropical, really colorful, and there's always stuff blooming. There's always things fruiting and producing something to eat. There's bananas here. There's a big coconut palm right up here over the roof. You can see loaded with coconuts that are growing up there. There's a probably, gosh, I don't know, 40-foot tall giant bird of paradise plant right over here. This thing is just a whopper, and that'll produce just this huge flower display. There's actually about 4 different plants kind of grouped together right there. That's just gorgeous. Great big massive planting. And then let's go take a look down here at the beach access. So we're kind of behind a seawall, and oh yeah, the people that own the property, this is their kind of private deck right over here. It's right off of ours, but they got a hold of some old ship rigging and put it up on top there. It's kind of whimsical. Looks like a top side of a boat. So they got an upper deck for a nice view, and then they got a lower deck underneath for, you know, inclement weather when it's raining, and they got a swing in there. It's really nice, and again, just gorgeous landscaping all around. They've really done a great job with that. And stuff is just always growing here year round. They have to maintain it, you know, pretty regularly because of constant growth. So they have a really nice drop down through the seawall over here that we're going to look at with a gate. So we just go down here to the gate and open it. Yeah, we got the kayaks to play with. So we purposely sought out Airbnbs around the islands while we were here that would be right on the water, because why wouldn't you? And so this is our third one again, and we got this nice mixture of a sort of a gray sand beach. It's half lava and half coral, and beautiful lagoon out here, and there's just tons of sea life. This is all coral right out here. The dark areas that you see are growing coral, and there's just tons and tons of fish and other creatures out here in the water that if you wanted to go snorkeling right here, it's great. We were throwing little pieces of bread out there, and they were all just swarming up after it. And then you could paddleboard or kayak or just snorkel and swim around out here, and you could go all the way out. I've seen people paddleboarding on the other side of the reef out here. Guys are out here in boats fishing and catching lobster at night, and the hosts were out here with us last night doing a fire in the area, and so we had a really great time with everybody hanging out.